thanks for tuning in. My name is Stacy. I am the creator of Twisted Kinks Crochet. And since this is the first video for 2025, I guess I should say Happy New Year. So the holiday season is behind us and it's time for us to start thinking about new goals. For 2025, I do have some personal and some crochet goals. During the holidays, for me, it was pretty quiet. I spent it doing a lot of crocheting and a lot of thinking. I ended up leaving my job of 9 years on November 1st. So I had November and December to, first of all, look for another job. But secondly, to just take some time for me, reflect, gather my thoughts about what I want for myself in the future, and obviously do a job search. So I did secure a job, which started January 6th. So during the time after I secured the job, it was just a relief. I could then just relax, crochet, and again, prepare myself for the new year. I did a lot of crocheting. I spent a quiet Christmas and a quiet New Year's Eve. I got a lot of projects done. And one of the main ones was a blanket that I wanted to get finished that was going to be given as a gift. So I don't really do resolutions, but I do set goals for myself. My personal goals, like I said, I started a new job on January 6th. So my first personal goal is to be able to really immerse myself in my position, really understand what the expectation is, learn everything I need to learn about the company so that I can perform to their expectations and to mine. I take a lot of pride in my work and who I am when I show up at a job. And so it's important for me in this first year to really perform at my peak. And so in order to do that, I have to learn about the business, everything that they do, how they do it, deadlines, so on and so forth. I am in accounting, so deadlines are very important, and learning the structure of the business is very important. So that is goal number 1. Goal number 2, which piggybacks off of the new job, is to still be able to set aside money for my birthday trip. So I ended up taking a pay cut, which I'm okay with. I can survive. But with that said, I've been able to take a birthday trip for the last 4 or 5 years. I take the week off of my birthday, and for the last 4 or 5 years, 4 years, I've been able to take that time and take a trip and enjoy myself, take stock of where I am in life and what I want to do in my next year. Sort of like New Year's, but you know, with your birthday, it is a new year. So I do that all over again. And so I want to be able to still be able to take that trip, put money aside so that I'm able to afford it and enjoy it. So goal number 2. And then my final goal on the personal side is to be able to make progress on my family tree. I started really getting into Ancestry and the family tree, using Ancestry.com, using my DNA to find family members back in, I think, 2020. My father was adopted and did not know his biological parents. And so I'm trying to connect us to his biological family. My father passed away in 2018. So I used my DNA, my brother's DNA to submit to Ancestry.com. And I have connected with biological relatives on my paternal side, but the challenge is figuring out who his parents were. So I'm hoping that I can make really good progress and get closer to, I think I'm close, but I want to be able to get closer to finding out who the biological parents were. So 2025 is just going to be another year of continuing to roll through any clues and hints and DNA matches to get us closer to the answer that I've been searching for many, many years. So if we talk about goals for crochet, I do have several. I think many crocheters, probably most, if not all, we have a lot of WIPs, works in progress. So my number one goal is to get through as many works in progress as I can. So back in November and December, I did work hard on going through my containers to try to, figure out what I can work on, where did I finish, where did I leave off, what can I complete. And I did complete as many of those projects as I could, but I still have bins of incomplete projects that I need to work on. So number one goal for crochet is to work on those works in progress and get them out of there. Another crochet goal is to perfect my doll making. I started making dolls maybe 2 years ago, and I've made about 5 or 6 dolls since then. I'm working on another one now, and forgive her hair, she's getting her hair done. And so I used the Pretty Brown Dolls tutorial to do my first one. And since then, I've been doing some tweaks to that pattern or that process to what I like, such as adding shoes to the legs and, so on. So this is one that I'm working on. I'm finishing up, like I said, her hair, and I'll put her outfit on and then she'll be fine. But that's my number 2 goal, is to perfect my doll making skills. I also want to make more hats for donations. So go back to November, December. Remember I said I was doing a lot of crocheting, a lot of reflecting, and going through my works in progress and scrap yarn. And so I decided with the scrap yarn, I would just make a lot of hats and then donate them. So I created what I call a hat box, and I just started making hats and throwing them in there. And eventually they'll go to a homeless shelter or, a nursing home or a children's home, whatever I decide to do. But they will be donated. And so for 2025, I want to start a box earlier and then start making hats throughout the year so that I'll have more that can be donated before the end of the year when the weather starts to turn, so that people will be able to make the most use out of them. I also want to make more fashions. I have made dresses and sweaters and cardigans, crop tops, bathing suits. I just want to continue doing that and maybe push myself a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know how I could push myself more other than maybe figuring out something on my own, maybe designing something on my own and not recreating something, because that's pretty much what I do. I'll see something and then I'll recreate it in crochet. So maybe just design something that I can say I designed from my own head. We'll see. And then the last goal, I'm kind of hesitant to even say it because I've said before that I wouldn't do craft shows or farmers markets, craft fairs, because I don't crochet for inventory. I don't crochet to sell. This is not a business. If you remember in the last video, I said Twisted Kinks Crochet was created as a brand just to showcase what I'm working on. And I don't know. I feel like maybe I should do a craft fair or a farmer's market this year just to see how it goes. So don't hold me to it. I'm putting it as a goal, but I'm not sure that I'm going to finish. I'm not sure that I'm going to do it. So we'll see. So with all that being said, if you have any goals or, personal or crochet, professional, put them in the comments and let's see if we can hold each other accountable. We'll revisit these at the end of the year, or maybe, somewhere throughout the year, and see how we're doing towards our goals. So I'll tell you what I'm working on now. Aside from the doll, I am working on a granny spike blanket. It is with scraps. I had a lot of pink yarn, and I don't know why. Pink, and I'm using green, and I'm using some grays. So let me take you over to the table so I can show you what this is looking like, how it started, and how you do it. Okay, so this is the granny spike stitch. I've been doing this blanket. I don't know. I've been doing it for a while. This is my project for a different room. And So if you can see the spike created here, and the way that this is done, you do it the same as you would a granny stitch, the granny cluster, but instead of doing your 3 double crochets in the chain space, you do 1 in the chain space, then you do 1 in the middle double crochet from the row below, and then you do your 3rd double crochet in the chain space. So this is a completed, obviously a completed row. If we look at a row that I'm working on, this is how it would look. You would do a double crochet in here, then you would do a double crochet in your middle crochet of the row below, and then another double crochet in here. And so that's how you get the spike. So you start this blanket by doing multiples of 4 plus 1, and then you do 3 double crochets in the 5th chain from the hook, chain 1, skip 3, and then do 3 double crochets in the next. So that would be this. This is our starting chain, 3 double crochets, we skip 3, 3 double crochets, skip 3. You do that all the way down. Then when you come back, and this is only on the 2nd row, when you come back, you do a double crochet, dip down into the 2nd of the 3 chains that you skip, and do a double crochet, and then go back into your space and do a double crochet. Then once you complete that, it's easy to create the spikes by doing, you very easily be able to see where you need to put that middle double crochet. So I have no goal for getting this done. This is just a work on it as I can type of project, and it'll get done when it gets done. I love the colors. I love these colors and how they have come out together. I had so much of this pink that it's kind of ridiculous, and I still have 2 large jumbo skeins of this color. So I got to find some other things to do with this. Yeah, so that's it, guys. If you made it to the end of the video, I want to thank you for sticking around. Again, if you have goals or personal, professional, or crochet that you want to share with us, please put them in the comments, and let's hold each other accountable in 2025. May this year be the best that you can make it. Again, thank you for sticking around this long. And oh, I forgot to mention, I did upload a short, which is my color change method. So if you have not seen that, please go and take a look at it. Yeah, it'll change your life. And with that, I will meet you guys back here in the next video. Bye.